this is Ryan from RLS ASMR, and so today, obviously, eating pasta, and got a plastic fork, so y'all don't hear nothing, but it's been a minute. It truly has been a minute. I don't think I've done it in a minute, where I just give you guys like a full breakdown about like health update, mental health update. And then, you know, what I'm excited for upcoming wise, like anime review. You know, I talked about what animes I'm looking forward to, but I've been watching a few of them, but I haven't gotten to a couple, but I'm actually like really hyped for some. I still need to watch like things like I mentioned, like Sakamoto Days and whatnot, but so recently, this past weekend, it was my mom's birthday, so went and visited her. We hung out for a bit. And that was chill. And so, we didn't really do that much. I just went up there, we hung out, we ate cake, ate food, you know, sung happy birthday, that whole thing. So, last week I saw Superman. I was thinking about doing a review on that. But I've been like debating, because I can do an overall review. How I felt about it, what I thought of it, that whole thing. You know, I can do that type of review. But not to spoil anything of the film, but there was basically chatter of, you know, one of the main conflicts in the film is very like one of the conflicts that's happening in the world right now. And if you know, you know. But for those who don't know, it's kind of like some people have been comparing it to like Israel-Palestine, basically saying that it is Israel-Palestine. And when I think about it, it pretty much is. Like, I'm not gonna get like political and talk about it, but if I were to do that review, I would have to address that specific issue with the film. Well, not issue, but people's reaction to that. I'd have to talk about it, you know, because the way I like to do my movie reviews, I ramble. I forget details. I ramble. I go back and re-explain things. this is all meant for you guys' relaxation, so I'm not taking it super, super seriously. I'm just hoping you guys are like relaxing as I'm doing what I'm doing. And I kind of like ranting and raving about movies that I like and dislike. It's just a part of what I do, or what I like, me as a person. And so I've been thinking about how I can still do that thing and make it maybe put a little more effort into it for you guys. But at least for Superman, I would definitely need to like look into kind of what's been going on, not in that specific conflict, but what have people been saying about it, because I usually don't look up movies or anything like that. I don't look up reviews and what people think of them and then use. Sometimes I'll mention it in movie reviews, but that's usually off like Letterboxd, and I'll scroll, but I'm not like looking at articles and things like that of things that people have said, because those opinions well, they may be like I could add them in the video, but I like just giving my raw impression instead of like doing that. But it's Superman, and I'm thinking of like, you know, I was thinking of doing that for this, if I was going to review that movie. But y'all can tell me what you think. Also, I've been watching anime like usual, but I've been watching Rising of the Shield Hero. I want to get caught up on season 4, but each season I'll do a season review. I binge shows, but I'll take a day and watch like 5 or 6 episodes, and then I'll not watch for like 3 or 4 days, and then I'll take a day and watch 10 episodes. It's how I am with every series I watch, because I get like caught up talking to people online, doing things here and there, playing video games and stuff like that. And so I have been considering going live again, but I'm kind of curious as to like, I can go on live on this channel and do video games. People on this channel, I think, like to see me do that. My curiosity comes in as far as, would people watch and expect ASMR? Because I have my name as ASMR, you know, or less ASMR. Because I don't feel like whispering 24/7, you know. I'm sure some people wouldn't mind it, but it also is just like a curiosity. And then I can do it on my gaming channel, and then maybe just link to it when maybe I could just link to it whenever I'm doing it on my gaming stuff. You know, that could very well be a possibility. But you guys haven't seen me for like 2 weeks, which, don't get me wrong, I feel bad for it. But recently, I've been really struggling with like mental health mainly. And the main issue that I'm having is a lot of like, I don't want to get too much into it, and I'm thinking about putting this on a channel member's video. If you want to, watch it, if you'd be interested in that, because I don't know how many people are gonna listen to that. I mean, I make these, I like to be fun and silly and make you guys fall asleep because I think that's enjoyable. Historically, my videos where I'm talking either about, and then maybe it's because I label them it, but it's like, when I'm doing like mental health updates and it's not like I'm completely viewer audience captured in this way, but I don't get as much feedback or as much positive, positive feedback in the sense of like the video doing well, which I don't mean as like a negative thing, like I wouldn't want you guys to see it, but like I do make these videos for fun, but then it is hinging on some aspect where like, like the last video I did was a book, me just doing books. I know book videos don't do well, but it wasn't like, or they're not, a lot of them don't. It's usually people with much different channels than I, and I think it's just because I've cultivated a different audience. Which, I love all of that. I love all of you that are here, but I'm just kind of spitballing in my brain about what I've been thinking. So, because your video's doing well is a reflection of what your audience wants to see, I can make whatever videos I want. And maybe a lot of you would enjoy and watch them. But I don't know. It's I guess what you can kind of view, the way I view it is like, if you do a sport, you can do it for the love of the game. That's perfectly fine. But sometimes, if you're doing something, you want to see improvement. You want to see on a steady line or a graph, you want to see improvement. You can stay the same for years. Like golf is something where people will probably like, hey, I did these holes in these many swings. What do they call it? Par. Well, par is just the amount that they want you to do it at. I forget. But like, golf experts let me know. But you're supposed to hit the ball in the hole in a certain amount of swings. So when you have that score number at the end, you're gonna try and do it in less and less. It just keeps it fun and interesting, and you're focused on a goal. And even though you are doing it for the enjoyment of it, seeing numbers improve is a part of what can make it fun. And I kind of view this in the same way. Like, I do make these for fun. I think some people, when they hear, there's a buddy of mine that we back and forth talk about each other here and there, but like simple. Sometimes I'll hear it when he mentions it, but I'll see in his comment section sometime where I think like when he used to talk a lot about like analytics and how many views he needs to get to a certain level and whatnot. And I think, yes, there's an aspect of YouTube where we want this to be like our jobs. We want this to be our passion, our hobby, to make us enough money to where we don't have to work in the rat, do the rat race anymore. I think that's totally fair. I think sometimes audience members are put off by it. I never am, and I think it's interesting. Maybe it's because I make content. your personal, oh, this video didn't do so well, so now I'm feeling this way. But I see ASMR and other YouTubers talk about that stuff all the time. But oftentimes when I'm doing a ramble, others might feel this way as well. But you talk about things that just come to your mind. You're not meaning it in a certain way. Not meaning it in any sort of way. You're just trying to talk about the things you think about, and I think I fall victim to, and a lot of other people fall victim to that. And some people, I don't think it bothers most viewers, but you'll get the odd comment every now and again. And it's not a big deal. Not even a little bit, but it's just funny. But when it comes to me and content, I don't do all that well as far as I have the urges to make videos here and there. Lately my mental health ain't been that good. I haven't had the motivation to do a lot. There's things I want to do. I have them written down, but being in the position that I'm in is I'm at the point right now where I'm just really kind of wanting it to be over. Now I know there's more things I gotta do, I gotta take care of, I gotta make sure there's a lot of factors involved, but every day it's you wake up and it gets all, and it's things just become monotonous, and then 5 days go by and I don't even realize. But whenever I take long stints away from YouTube, I would consider anything above 7 or 8 days, because I usually try to post every 7 days. Anytime I post it's 7 or 8 days. And it's past 7 or 8 days, 10, 11, 12, 13 days, it's usually because I just haven't been feeling all that great. But not to be bothersome with those thoughts, unless you guys want to hear them, which I think I'll try making some videos, but it's nothing I think it's just standard depression stuff, which I think a lot of people with anxiety have definitely I don't have a lot of anxiety, probably a lot of depression though. I think with some people, or I mean just in YouTube, in ASMR in general, we're used to it. I don't like putting a lot of that stuff out, but I've been considering it because I've been watching some ASMR videos where people do talk about that stuff, and it's been interesting. So I've been thinking about it myself. But you know, I just thought I'd get some content up there for you guys, and just let you know what's going on. Like, I still do have plans to do some gaming related ASMR. Gaming would be good. I have some role plays I want to do. In my head, I'm floating around the idea of just doing a pure whispered ramble, no eating. You know, because feeling the need that every time I do a video I have to eat is a part of what prevents me from making videos, because I don't like being repetitive. I don't like doing the same thing over and over. I like doing new and interesting videos, but sometimes when I'm eating something new I don't feel like making a video. A lot of this stuff going up in my head. And it feels like actually, I don't even know what I was about to say, but to some extent it does feel like I'm being pigeonholed a bit, because the results that I want to see, maybe, you know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll get this up for you as soon as I can. And more content soon to come. I promise. I'll try and do some stuff, do some more things and whatnot. But hope you guys enjoyed. And let me know in the comments. I'll put some polls up in my community tab, some things I'm thinking of, and get a better idea of what you guys would want with the majority. And then the other, I'll still do the other videos. I'll just maybe like post them as like extra little videos here and there. So I'll just let you guys, I'll figure all that out, and you guys will see. Hope you guys are having a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is for you, and I'll catch you guys later.